Hello, Tashina Gonzalez here with Vida Activa, and I'm here to share you some information on natural ways to help children reduce stress. So before I get started, I wanted to introduce myself. I think it's really important for you to understand who's speaking into your life and why it's important. So again, hi, I am Tashina Gonzalez. I'm a holistic wellness coach. And I'm so passionate about this subject because when I was a child and teen, I had a lot of emotional instability. By the time I was 14, I popped Excedrin like it was candy for migraines because I tended to hold all of my stress inside and have physical manifestations of it. By the time I was 19, I was overusing alcohol, and eventually I was in talk therapy and medicated for minor anxiety and situational depression. So I get how having a turbulent emotional childhood can affect a person. But shortly after, I found some herbs, vitamins, and holistic support that greatly helped me with my mood and emotional recovery. So whether you're a parent looking for support with children with turbulent emotions or children that are actually excelling but need a little bit of support with what we're going on right now in the world, and everything in between, this information in this class will benefit you. So over the next 20 or 30 minutes, I'll talk about simple ways that you can use with children to help them deal with stress, and lots of natural support that you can provide. Not only that, at the end, you'll have the opportunity to text me to get a video resource for yourself to reiterate a lot of these in your family. So let's dig in. So starting with some overall tips. First of all, you need to care for yourself and help your children to do the same. No one is immune to emotions triggered by hardship. So you're going to have to acknowledge and tend to your own reactions and feelings. And remember that you are your child's best resource. So the best way to help them is to keep yourself safe and healthy, and share with your children strategies you use to cope with your stress. And of course, seek assistance if you're experiencing feelings that are overwhelming or difficult to manage. You're also going to want to be honest and open with what's going on. Hiding things is not going to help the situation, so make sure that you share as much as possible. While you do that, though, you're going to consider your child's temperament and developmental level. You're not going to want to share things that obviously are going to scare the children, so you're going to keep in mind what they can handle and share it in a way that they are going to understand. You want to validate feelings. So there are no good or bad feelings. It's what we do with them that makes the difference. So make sure that your children understand and know that whatever they're feeling is okay. You're going to focus on what you can do. When there's so much chaos and so much crisis going on, like it is right now in May of 2020, it can be hard not to be worried about all those extra things. But we know that we can only control our situation ourselves. So focus on what you can control. You want to be gentle with yourself and others. There's going to be days where the stress level is just intense or super high. So be ready to just end the day, forgive everyone and yourself, and start the next day. You definitely want to monitor TV and internet. Television programs and social media will cover the news in depth and may include footage of scenes that are not appropriate for children to view. Children may also be using the internet to seek out answers to some of their questions. So just make sure that you are actively involved in the quality and the amount of information they receive, and be prepared to interpret it for them when necessary at their level. You want to obviously spend time as a family. The family is the best resource of support during difficult times. Children need to be able to rely on their parents and siblings. This is an opportunity to strengthen the family as well as build resilience. And of course, you want to encourage hope. Although difficult situations can have negative consequences, sometimes there can be a benefit. Although it's not necessarily fun to do everything via Zoom instead of in person, we have been able to reach so many more people because of the technology. So what are some natural ways you want to make sure you're incorporating in order to cope and help your children alleviate some of the stress or anxiety they may be feeling? The first thing is going to be good nutrition. We're also going to incorporate exercise. Another suggestion is meditation, stillness, and things that fall under this umbrella. We're going to talk about writing, aromatherapy, which in reality is something that helps in so many different areas and is something that you should always be using on a daily basis. We're going to make sure that we have concentrated immune support. Other very helpful things are time management strategies, cannabidiol oil, and herbal teas. Now, in this presentation, we're not going to get into depth on all of these because some of them are a full presentation on their own, but we are going to touch on a few of them and give you some tips. So the first one, nutrition for children. You're going to want to make sure that we are avoiding more than ever right now when there is stress on the body and when our immune systems need to be high. We're going to avoid junk food and concentrate as much as possible on whole foods. We're going to make sure that we are within our restrictions and dietary recommendations when it comes to sugar and salt. So make sure we do not have a high sugar or high salt intake. We're going to make sure that our body has lots of antioxidants. And we're going to make sure that we have the appropriate whole food supplements. Exercise. Exercise is so beneficial for the body as well as the mind in improving your mood. So when available again, we want to make sure that our kids are involved in sports. And until then, we want to incorporate daily walking. We're spending so much time at home. Make sure it's on the schedule to get in a walk every single day. We mentioned how writing can be very good for alleviating stress. And I know that for me, when I was younger, journaling was something that definitely helped me a lot. Now, aromatherapy. Now, I do want to say, first off, that there is only one brand that I use because not all essential oils are created equal. I go with a brand that owns their own farms, and that's the only one that I recommend. And it can help in so many things. It definitely is something that you should be using on a daily basis. But here are a few things for sure in this situation that we're going to use them. So with all the schooling that we have been doing, it aids in concentration and study. And aromatherapy can aid in calming emotions. So your sense of smell is actually connected to your limbic system, which is the seat of your emotions. So it is one of the actual most effective ways to alter your emotions, calm you down, and make you feel happy. So definitely in times of stress, it is one of the tools you need to have in your toolbox. And it can also aid in creating a good sleep routine. The other thing that we want to do in the times that we're living in is making sure that we have great immune support. Now, as a holistic wellness coach, I've done a lot of research and heard over and over again the importance of eliminating toxins. So it's very important that we have plant-based soaps and cleaners so that we're not overburdening our immune system with toxins and making it work harder. And then we all need our hand sanitizer that we're walking around with, and there's other additional immune support things that we can use, such as having our cough drops with us at all times when we're possibly walking around with a mask. That aids in our oral care and helping us in our breathing. And that is what I wanted to share with you all. As I stated, I do have a 30-minute version of this with some additional information, additional holistic suggestions called Creating the Art of Self-Care. So you can feel free to text me at 248-221-1545 your full name and email address so that you can receive that video. And then here's how to connect with me. I have over 600 videos on YouTube about all aspects of holistic living, 100 plus of which are in Spanish. You can find me on YouTube just with my name, Tashina Gonzalez. Excuse me. You can find me on Instagram at SweetCanella5. I do a lot of lives on there, which is what goes on YouTube. You can find all my upcoming classes on my Facebook page, facebook.com/vivactiva.life. You can follow me on Twitter at SweetCanella. You can email me at tashina.stokes@gmail.com, and you can find product-based information as well as my events on my website, vivactiva.life. Thank you so much for joining. I want to take you back to when I was 20 and struggling. Someone shared with me the value of holistic practices, natural remedies, and natural support, and my life was never the same. When implemented correctly, natural remedies, holistic practices, and other natural support can change your entire life. And I'm grateful that someone shared it with me. And that is why I spend my time coaching others to implement them in their lives as well. And I look forward to doing that for everyone that reaches out to me in the near future. Thank you.